You are going to be hard pressed to find a better example of saying the quiet part out loud than you are going to find right here in this clip. Take a close listen.
And did you know, here's the quiet part out loud, did you know that the trial lawyer lobby has offered me campaign fundraisers in the amount of $50,000 to $100,000 per campaign if I voted against this? Did you know that?
I was not aware of that, Senator.
And did you know that?
Senate will suspend.
Now, before he gets to make any additional point or say anything else, they suspended and stopped this. And then very quickly afterwards, his office started walking back the statement. But I think we all know that a very deep truth was exposed in his statement. There are valid points to be made all across the tort reform debate. And there are some things we know. People who engage in negligent acts that harm other people should be punished. Victims should be compensated. And there is no such thing as fair compensation when it comes to the loss of a loved one. But what we all want, for sure, is to know that our legislators, our elected officials, are negotiating in good faith and acting purely in the best interest of the residents of South Carolina. And this kind of backroom dealing that's taking place is distorting the debate. The 2017 liquor liability law that was passed in South Carolina is hurting small businesses, but more importantly, it's hurting every single resident of South Carolina. Your auto insurance premiums are rising because this liability law has reset what is viewed as a reasonable settlement for punitive damages for accidents in South Carolina. And what that does is it drives up the rates of jury awards, which in turn drives up the rates of insurance premiums. And your insurance premiums are what's paying for all those billboards you see for trial lawyers up and down the interstate. Tort reform is a positive step in the right direction because it will allow for defendants in an individual case to only be held liable for what a jury feels after hearing the case, what that individual entity is actually responsible for. This feels like simple common sense. And if you're wondering why we can't get something like this done, well, I hope this video gives you a little bit of insight. Take the time to learn about tort reform. There are some links in the description and in my comment section to places that will give you more information on this whole situation. Call your legislator and let them know where you stand on the issue.